disturbances in the Tamale metropolis, Lamashegu to be precise, because the minority leader in parliament and member for the Tamale South constituency, where the incident happened, Haruna Iddrisu, has reacted to the Lamashegu shooting incident, describing the conduct of the police as reckless and irresponsible.
They are my people and they are part of my electorate. Quite clearly, this is unacceptable. It's resulted in loss of life and several other injuries of high proportions. What is more worrying is the fact that innocent bystanders are affected by the reckless and irresponsible shooting of some improperly trained police in uniform. When you are chasing somebody and the person runs to the chief palace, natural wisdom is that he's running for safety and for protection under the chief. The Lamashegu is one of the respected chiefs of Tamale and Dapa. And for that matter, one would have expected that the police would have exercised restraint. But they went ahead shooting. I don't have the full facts of the case. I'm unable to talk or speak on matters relating to.
Let's take you to the northern regional capital of Tamale, where our correspondent Noah Nash is on the phone line to shed a bit more light on this incident for us. Noah, welcome to the bulletin. What can you tell us in the aftermath of these clashes? We know that there were a lot of police personnel who were also joined by some military personnel stationed around the Lamashegu police station to make sure that they quell any reprisals. What more can you tell us?
So what I can tell you for now is that RESEC has been meeting since morning, and we actually had engaged the Lamashegu this morning around 9:30 thereabout, and they've had a closer discussions with them regarding what actually happened, because he happened to be the first point of call of the gentleman and the policemen as well. So therefore, he gave some debriefing, and then after that, Haruna Iddrisu also came in, apparently also engage the chief. Currently, I'm currently in the house where the young man is supposed to be brought for some rituals as well as some prayers before he'll be buried this afternoon. As I speak to you now, the family hadn't made any official statement, but what they are gathering is that they want to plead with the IGP to actually compensate the family, as well as also investigate the circumstances that led to the death of their son. And so these are the things that we've gathered from the leader of the house. He's currently speaking to the media now, as I speak to you now. He's actually briefing the media in front of the house. So as it stands now, it's not a mood in the house. We are just waiting for the body to be brought from the mortuary for some prayers to be made, then we'll move to the cemetery for burials.
Thank you very much, Noah Nash, for bringing us that update. Noah Nash is our northern regional correspondent. Meanwhile, the minority leader, Haruna Iddrisu, has also called on the chief of Lamashegu as efforts are being made to reduce the tension in the area following that shooting incident on Sunday, which has claimed one life. He spoke to the media on the sidelines of his visit to the palace.
We certainly cannot accept this disrespect to the authority of the Lamashegu, particularly so that even the person they were chasing, as I visited him at the hospital, he is in a better condition. Why fire live ammunition? And I hear the police say that there was misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding. You chase an unregistered person in an unregistered car. That is all we know. If there was any reprisal, it was a response to your irresponsible, unprofessional shooting of live ammunition. But as I said, this afternoon is to support Lamashegu to restrain our angered youth and our angered inhabitants of Lamashegu and the people of Tamale generally. It is not for the police to take the law into their own hands. And as Lamashegu observed, we want to know when these particular police officers were trained, where they were trained, and how long they were trained. We'll be revealing for all of you. I'll be happy to answer questions. God bless.
Now, security analyst Adib Sani is joining us on the phone line for more on this. Good morning. Welcome to Newsroom here on GH1 TV.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you very much for your time. What is your immediate reaction to these skirmishes at Lamashegu in Tamale in the northern region?
Well, it is disturbing. I have taken the trouble to speak with some persons on the ground. The general atmosphere for now is calm, but people are so livid about what has happened. As a matter of fact, I also got the opportunity to speak with someone close to the Lamashegu now, where the incident happened. And the chief of the area is also quite angry about what has happened. We saw him on TV yesterday narrate how he even protected a police officer who was nearly lynched by the angry mob. So, in as much as we condemned what happened, in as much as we condemned also the violence, this presents to us a unique opportunity to look deep into not just this matter, but into the training regime of police officers, so we are able to get them to be able to, in real time, make the most informed decisions as to whether to use lethal force or some other form of force.
In this particular instance, from your estimation, what went wrong?
Well, mostly, you see, the problem is a lot of these issues or confrontations can be de-escalated. But mostly, I mean, you see someone engaged in an argument with a police officer, he's taking out a gun. You know, so with the right training, I think that there are unique situations that could be de-escalated. But because of the lack of proper training, things usually spiral out of control. Secondly, there's a serious issue with the culture of impunity, with many officers thinking that, I mean, since A, B, C were protected, I would also be protected. So some of them feel invincible. They feel beyond reproach and can apply any sort of force and surely would get protection from their bosses. So if you are able to nip this, culture of impunity in the bud and ensure accountability, I think we'll be doing ourselves a great deal of service.
Right. Now, moving forward, I mean, what do we do to make sure that there are no reprisals? Because the youth obviously are still very agitated, are incensed, and may want to, act in one way or another, which is untoward. And the police, we also know, are on high alert. So how do we really diffuse the situation so that there is no spillover?
One of the surest ways to do that is to gauge the mood of the people. What is it they are calling for? And one word is common on the lips of almost everybody I've spoken with, justice. Okay, so the police has done one great, taken one great step in the right direction by interdicting these officers involved. And I'm hoping that if we make the process transparent, and in the end, corporate dealt with would prevent, reprisal. But if nothing is done about it, and it's yet another, incident that goes without anybody held to account, then we could have people becoming more belligerent towards the police. And if care is not taken, the police would go to an area to effect an arrest, and the whole community would come in support of the criminal and perhaps even visit harm on the police officers who might be tasked to go and effect those arrests.
Well, Adib Sani, we'll leave it here. I'm grateful you've spoken to us here on Newsroom.